Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman. Before we get going with today's video, if you signed up for Uber but you forgot to use a referral code, it's okay. I got you covered. Jump down into the video description below. If you're a driver in the US and you're a newer driver, you can use a retroactive sign-up code to get your guarantee to start driving of up to $1,000. It might be $100, $500, $700, or $1,000. But if you're a driver in the US and you need a retroactive bonus code, again, it's in the video description below. All right, check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman. Thanks for being here with me today for this video. Tell you what, it's a gloomy day here in Phoenix, and it kind of replicates what I would imagine is the feeling and kind of the vibe across the nation. It's kind of like there's been a dark cloud, a dark shadow cast over the United States and many parts of the world. And I tell you what, it's really hit the rideshare world big time. I was just reading an article. Uber was saying that in major cities, their rides are down approximately 70%. So, boy, that's a huge hit. And so today specifically, I want to talk about one demographic within the rideshare community that is probably hit the hardest, and that would be the full-time drivers that do this, rideshare driving full-time in order to pay their bills, and they're used to being able to work 40-plus hours a week, and, hopefully some of those drivers out there have some money put away. It's really kind of open-ended right now when things are going to get closer to normal, even as restrictions start to lift on people being quarantined in different cities with restrictions as far as restaurants, bars, schools, events, all that kind of stuff. It still could be a good 3, 4, who knows, even longer months before things start to return to somewhat normal for rideshare drivers. So today, what I want to talk about is what should our full-time Uber drivers out there do during this time. And boy, I was reading another article. It was talking about how in California they're putting a lot of pressure on Uber to uphold the bill that passed there that deemed or made it more difficult for Uber to deem their employees independent contractors or their workers independent contractors. And so drivers out there trying to put pressure on to make the government uphold that bill, which would in turn Uber would have to provide benefits, sick leave, workers' compensation for being out of a job. Now the issue with that is before any of this stuff happened nationwide, before any of the sickness swept across our nation, Uber had already issued statements saying they had no plans of adhering to that bill and what was put forth by it. So they were prepared to go to battle in court for years, basically, and throw tens of millions of dollars at it to fight it. And they basically said, because we're a technology company, we don't feel like we have to adhere to this. So that was kind of their loophole that they were going to go down. So anyway, I don't think anything's going to come out of that. And I feel like that's probably going to be put on the back burner. There's so many things, government, so many different things that need to be looked at right now, and how to keep people healthy, how to flatten the curve, how to get resources to the people that need them. So going to battle with Uber, there's just not going to be any quick results. So don't hang your hat on that. Federal government, right? We're hearing more and more about the stimulus package that could come forward and how that could help Americans. They're talking about different dollars amounts to be sent to individuals, families with children, and they haven't come to an agreement on terms as far as what that will look like yet. But, simple math, that helps, of course, and hopefully that does roll out soon, because I need it. I certainly need it. I know a lot of you guys do, but that's still a drop in the bucket compared to what our full-time wages would be driving rideshare. So crap, basically. So what should you do? Well, I can tell you right now, here in Phoenix, rides are way down, right? Surges are non-existent. We know a lot of the food delivery apps, they're doing a lot better right now. So what do we got? We got Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, what else? Instacart, which is a grocery delivery. All of those are up because people still need food, right? And a lot of restaurants are still open for pickup or, takeout, delivery. So those food apps are doing very well, and they're also cutting the cost of delivery fees. Uber Eats slashed fees for 100,000 restaurants nationwide. And so that's drawing a lot of drivers from Uber and Lyft into that arena for food delivery, which is something, maybe the gig economy isn't even the best thing to do right now. I know a lot of grocery stores are like Costco here. They're hiring immediately. Fry's grocery stores, different grocery stores, because they're having a hard time just keeping their shelves stocked. They actually, which is kind of too bad, they called in the National Guard here in Phoenix to help with the shelving, sorry, my brain's scattered, to help with restocking the shelves here, which is too bad because if they could get enough people that needed jobs to go in for those jobs, that would be great, right? We'd be putting money in the pockets of people that desperately need it right now. So crap. Again, driving full-time is probably not likely going to be a good source of income for the next couple of months. Now, I will say this. If you're a full-time driver, if you feel any sort of symptoms at all, and you have the ability to go see a doctor and then get a test for COVID-19, do so, because if you are diagnosed with it, then you're eligible for financial assistance through both Uber and Lyft. And if you use a rental car I know for a fact through Uber, you can take that back if you're diagnosed again. Take that back, no fee, they'll return your money, no questions asked on that. But that's the only way to get financial assistance right now through Uber and Lyft. So are they doing enough for their full-time drivers especially? Probably not. And who knows how long that whole process of going and getting tested and getting the results and getting the documentation and getting that submitted to Uber and Lyft and getting that financial assistance to you and in your bank account. It's a whole process. So boy, it's really rough because it's like overnight that all that money just fell apart. The rideshare world just kind of ceased to exist almost overnight, just like that. So I don't have a great answer, but I do know that if right now you need to make money, then I would look into any part-time jobs that are hiring. If you have the ability at this point maybe to go into a full-time job in a different area of work, I don't really know who's hiring. It's probably for full-time positions, that might be rough because I know, a lot of places, any essential workers are working from home, and so it's not like corporations are looking to hire full-time employees right now. Not a lot of them. I'm sure there are certain areas that are, just because their demand is higher. I know if you have a CDC license, they're definitely hiring truck drivers because they need to get supplies to stores, so I know that's up as well. But I basically wanted to jump on here, make this video, tell you guys that my heart goes out to you guys. You have families to feed, you do this full time. There are a lot of expenses associated with driving, so a lot of rideshare drivers don't have a big nest egg to fall back on, and we're independent contractors, so we don't have the same benefits that employees have, sick leave, workers' comp, things like that, when a natural disaster or crisis like this comes about. So it's just not a good situation. But this is what I ask of you. If you were a full-time driver for Uber, Lyft, and you've been affected, which I'm sure you have, jump down in the comment section below. Let us know where you're at and what you're doing in order to help generate income through this time. All the information that we can get out there and share with people helps. You know, it might spark an idea for someone else, another driver that can say, oh yeah, I'm qualified to do that. That's a great idea. Let me look into that. So anyway, that would be great. Jump in the comment section below, get at us, let us know what you're doing as a full-time driver to help get through this time. And it's unlikely, but maybe Uber and Lyft will come up with further financial assistance for their drivers that relied heavily on those platforms to make money. So anyway, all right, you guys, that's what I got for you. Kind of a somber feel right now, but sending you guys the best wishes, good vibes always. I'm Jacob Lettman. This is the Rideshare Hub, and until next time, stay safe out there, everyone.